Hi, this is the Nic Kimmie Show Week in Review. It is the middle to the end of December now because it's the 18th. Oh my God, we're so close to Christmas. Oh my
Next
God.
week,
It's
Christmas.
very, very close. It feels like it's just the whole month just vanished. I swear. It's
Yes.
Like, it feels like it was Thanksgiving and now.
Well, it was very
Christmas-
close.
Yeah, but like, and now Christmas is like days away, and
Yes.
I'm pretty much done except for like one more gift or two. So I'm really pretty.
I
good.
got your gift.
Yes,
I got you and Eddie a gift.
Yes, I have gifts for you too. They're just my children moved them yesterday, and now they're buried under my living room Christmas tree, and I gotta find them.
Okay, well,
So-
ours is more experience based because I have no money, so it's more
Okay.
experience based. So when you realize that I booked you both like 2 tickets to the Playboy Mansion, just understand it was mostly for Ed.
Yes, and I will sit there and complain and go, "Wow, they're fake. They're fake. They're fake."
See, if I was you, I'd be like, oh my God, do you eat?
No, I would look and go, "Yeah, they're fake. Those
Some of
look
them are
good.
real, yeah.
Those look good." Okay, and that would be me. I have boob envy, but that's a whole other topic and a whole other show. All right, so what's been going on here? Let's see. Aside from the mad rush of Christmas and the shopping, which, you know, it's amazing to me the way everything goes at this point, because I always feel like I'm rushing and rushing and rushing, but I don't do Black Friday because I can't stand the whole day after Thanksgiving insanity. So I shop online, have it drop shipped, much happier human. Except when I ask friends to help me acquire stuff because they know where to get it better. You know, but like this holiday, it's been one of those things where there's always something missing. You know, it's like it's either we forgot to pick something up or we forgot to pick up the meat from the butcher the other day, so we left food there.
Nice.
But in my case, it's actually even more harder this year because my eldest. I have 6 children in total.
Pre-cooked.
4 pre-cooks and 2 home cooks, as I refer to them, because I've been married twice, and my older 2 were from my first marriage, and they're 23 and 21. And my son, who he's in the Army, was deployed to Afghanistan over the summer, and he is currently serving over there. And yesterday we had quite the horrifying scare as a parent, and for anyone with soldiers as in their family, my heart now understands exactly the trauma you've had. A helicopter went down yesterday and it was shot down and 6 soldiers were killed, and it was the longest 16 hours of my life until he checked in with his mom and said, "Just want to let you know that I'm okay." When I got that text today, like, I could breathe for the first time since yesterday. It was just like, and then I broke down and started crying because he's okay. He's not home, but he's okay. And it just, you know, brought up all these things about the holidays, and he's not here. And, you know, my older daughter's 21 and she's got her own child now. So she's not going to be here for Christmas either, which bums her sisters and I out because we want her, we want the baby. And like, things have changed over the times, but it got me really thinking about what is really important about Christmas, you know, and what was really important about Christmas growing up. For me, to be honest, there's not one year that the gifts really stick out. You know, I was thinking about this, except for there is one year, but it wasn't a gift for me. It was actually what my father did for my mother. And my parents are the most unusual characters on the planet. They've been together since they're 19. They are still truly the best example of what true love really is. And my father, even in the midst of his sickness over the years, has always managed to make Christmas really special for Mom. Like, he usually does the 12 days of Christmas. This year he's been a little off because he hasn't been feeling good, and he would leave like 6 Hershey Kisses somewhere in the house, or
Aww.
7 lemon slices, and then he would leave a good gift. Like, one year it was a pin, and he left her a note saying, "The wise men have your gift." And she's looking around going, "Wise men? Like, you know, are there mobsters coming?" Like, you know, like, that was like,
And the first thing I think of is the nativity
you know,
scene.
okay, but that's not what she thought of first, right? And my grandmother had made these wise men out of balls, literally, and styrofoam triangles, and made dresses for them. And they had little turban hats, and on top of one of them was this brooch that he had found at an antique store that we knew the owner of. And he sat there. It was there for like days, and she had no idea. Wow. Another year he hung earrings on the Christmas tree. She walked past it for a week, I think, before she actually acknowledged it. But the best one by far, the best one, was we were here in this house, and he got down on bended knee on Christmas morning, and we're dorks. We videotaped Christmas morning, like Like, it makes a difference anymore. We're grown. We don't have, this was before I had kids. My parents still videotaped. This was before I had children. And he gets down on bended knee and he goes, would you marry me again? And she looks at him and goes, what are you doing? And Samantha and I are looking at him going, what are you doing? And he's like, will you marry me again? And he literally gets down on bended knee and pulls this ring out of a box, and it was his hand carved rose gold with diamonds and rubies in it, and it was absolutely beautiful, and it's huge because my mom, unfortunately, she can't wear her wedding band because she's got arthritis, so she hasn't been able to wear her wedding band in years. And it fit, and it was like unusually sized, and it's like it shouldn't have fit, you know what I'm saying? So like it was meant to be. And then he had my grandmother's ring reset so that it matched it, so it was like a perfect set. And that to me was one of the most memorable Christmases ever, because it wasn't anything that was done for me. It was just watching him with her was just so memorable, and just the best example of what Christmas really is.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I have been really lucky with all my cousins and the kids and all that stuff. And it was never about the gifts. It's like nowadays, you know, it's like I see these kids and all the craziness and the crap the parents buy. Oh, yeah.
I need an iPhone 5C, but I just bought you an iPhone 5, but I need the C because it's color.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, you can suck it.
A Dolce & Gabbana iPhone.
Yeah, you can suck it. It's not happening. It's not gonna happen.
I just don't understand. It's like, if you have something that works, why are we... It's just very materialistic.
Yeah, which is not something that I really want.
Yeah.
You know, to... What's the word I'm looking for? Propagate, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's the only, like I know, I'm sure we've discussed before, like the Christmases I remember are usually, you know, the baking of the rum cake, which I tried once in my life and I fell asleep about 20 minutes later because apparently my mama likes to put the rum in the cake. Like the whole bottle of rum, it felt like, or tasted like. But, you know, it was the family get-togethers. It was before my grandfather passed away when I was 16. We used to spend Christmas Day there, and I would sit on his lap, obviously not when I was 16, and he would play piano. It was a lot of that, you know. I do remember the dark alley Cabbage Patch Kid, because you had to go to the back door of Toys R Us because you had to pre-order it. And so, you know, there's my mother, like, that was a football
huge deal.
Running.
No, and like, but when we were young, that was a huge deal.
Yeah, that was bigger than the Tickle Me Elmos.
Yeah. I mean, that was just enormous. I mean, and the amount of effort a parent had to go through.
Mm-hmm. And they're all in solid, you were not allowed to choose, not like now where you can go in the toy store and
no,
be like, I want that.
You got whatever you got.
Yeah, you got what you got. But I was so thankful for that. But one of my favorite Christmas moments was actually 3 years ago. And it just actually occurred to me because it was one of the things where I'm like, when you're talking about your family and, you know, my dad and my mom, they get each other practical gifts. Like my mom, if she needs a shirt or some clothes, my dad will buy it because they try to be very practical. Although my dad's like, let's be romantic, and gets my mom a hair pick, but she has very short hair. It doesn't work. But my brother Christopher and my sister-in-law Alia, when they learned they were pregnant, they wrapped up a frame. And it just said, like, you know, it has the spot where the baby's name would go on the little card. And then there's a picture of the baby. And it just says, like, you know, our child or something. It was just a beautiful little frame. Obviously not, I'm not going to say it was like a mint, but it was just a beautiful frame. They wrapped it up and they handed it to my mom. And my mom just started bawling.
Yeah.
And it was just the way it was presented and all that love and all that... I don't want to say compassion because it's not the right word, but just all of that positive, loving, familial, like, feeling.
What it's supposed to be. The whole reason we're supposed to celebrate it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, there are a lot of people that really think Christmas has become too commercial. You know, it's like...
It is.
I mean, it is. I mean, like, even... I mean, the whole gift-giving thing notwithstanding, just the stuff they sell along with Christmas at this point. I mean, like, outside my house alone looks like a small strip mall. We have, you know, courtesy of Kimmie, I have her Tigger and Pooh and
hey, I've had that for over 10 years.
And I love it, and I'm so excited because mine got stabbed by crazy people at my other house.
So it was an adoption.
It was, and I'm very excited about it. But, I mean, we have snowflakes, and we have icicle lights on the fence, and we have my husband's accoutrement that he added this year because he wanted to see his stuff for the first time of a soldier and packages and Christmas trees. So, you know, it's not just decorating inside anymore. You know, it's not just chopping a tree down to it. Oh my God, it's a complete industry. And I enjoy some of it. I do. I like finding the stuff. I like putting new stuff out. I mean, it takes me days to get the house ready. I mean, but we're nuts. I mean, and we have 7 trees in the house.
That's
because
crazy.
It is crazy, but but it started as a joke.
Yeah.
No, it really did. When we moved in here in 19, we took possession of the house in 19. We moved in 93. We didn't have enough furniture for a house like this. We literally came from a house on a 60 by 100 piece of property. So we had 1 couch, we had 1 dining room table that sat 6 people. You know, we moved into a house that
needed more furniture.
That fit 2 whole families. So it's like, the joke was we didn't have enough furniture for the house. So we put industrial carpet down in the family room in the back because we had taken out all the walls and we didn't have furniture. So we got a pool table that year. Santa left us a pool table that year. It was really very exciting. And you know, we had a pool table in the family room, and then we put up extra trees to fill the space.
Yeah. Because
we didn't know what to do because the house just seems so empty. I mean, and it's a home. It's big, but it's not crazy. But it just was one of those things. And each year it has become a joke that we have to decorate. Like put the tree up in the red room and the dining room and the living room and the family room and my bedroom. And each girl has their own tree. And God forbid, you know, my mother not get a live tree in her room because we have 2 live trees and the rest of them are fake. You know, and it's just, we've taken it to our own little brand of crazy.
And my house has nothing because my neighbor 2 houses down builds everything and makes everything on his own. So shout out to the Imperados because they've always had it since I was younger. And every year we would sit out front and wait to see what he designed.
What did he put out?
And he makes everything himself. He's got a Thomas that goes around. He's got a countdown. He's got a skating rink.
Nice.
It's exquisite. And on a scale of 1 to 10 for decorations, no matter how much I buy or put up, it ain't never coming close. Yeah, so I'm not bothering. That being said, on your top 5 things that if you could purchase, you would. And you can even include things you've already purchased if you've already purchased them.
For me? Or
just in general. Like the top 5 things you either see being asked for or for yourself.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it was funny. Like, I actually sneakily, you know, thought my kids would want the Disney Infinity. After having been in Disney and seeing it and the figurines and this thing is awesome.
And
so
you
that's
following me to the little stand.
Yeah, I had to follow her. So that was definitely on, you know, that's ones that I would love, you know, and it's funny because Lee came up with the idea. She goes, you know, that would be a great present for all of us to share. I just thought she was very sneaky.
Yeah, of course share. It's just every figure after that.
It was just very funny. You know, that was like something that the kids will enjoy, you know, but to be honest, it's really sad, but I haven't really seen anything that to me jumps as something that's like, oh my God.
You absolutely want it?
Absolutely want it. Yeah.
I already got my only thing that I absolutely wanted. And that was the Xbox One.
You're so funny.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, it's a multifaceted entertainment thing. Down the line, I would like to get a PlayStation 4. That way Ed and I can hang out and play, and we can just leave the 2 of you be, and he can come over, and I'll say Xbox on, and be like, no, PlayStation! And we can argue back and forth over which is better, which, to be honest, I don't think either one is better than the other, but whatever. But that really was the only thing, and the reason I wanted it was because it had a future for other games. So when I'm finished, I can thin out everything I have. So for me, it was like, that's the creme de la creme. I got what I wanted. But other than that, you know, at a certain point, we don't need anything.
No, I mean, it's like, it's funny. It's like, you know, Mom asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and this was like one of the first times.
Sanity!
You know, it's like, you know, peace in our time, which is never gonna happen.
See, now, if I was saying to Nicole what I wanted for Christmas, a Stitch birthday cake.
Well, birthday's not till July, kiddo.
You have time.
I do. I have time to work on my fondant and get it ready.
Well, you know what? This is what I think is the best thing I want for Christmas. For the 2 of us.
Okay.
I want us to be able to do the 10-miler.
Okay.
In October.
And not die.
And not have me be in the bathtub with the shiver shakes while throwing up in the toilet bowl. Just in case y'all wanted to know that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You all slept through it.
Yes, it was awesome driving home with you, though.
I don't remember the ride home because I was in so much pain.
I do. It wasn't fun.
But I want us to be able to do that and do it in what, I don't want to say record time because I don't know what record time would be, but I want to be able to do it where all of us feel good about it. and enjoy like a few days before and maybe after. I don't want us to have to go down, have that, come back, and because it was really very, very tight, and I understood why. But my goal would be to have all of us go down there, shoot more of the Nic and Kimmie Show while we're there.
Because it's fun.
And really enjoy all of the family. Like, Sheila, my tiny humans.
Yeah.
My tiny humans.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. It's like, if there was one thing, I mean, as sad as it is, it's, my kids are only little for so long.
Yep.
That
I need to enjoy them.
it's and it's like I look at them, and each day it's like I feel like, they jump in how big they are.
I hugged Jenna the other day, and she's up to here, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, no.
FJ is 16.
Yeah.
FJ,
no,
stop growing, and Kimmie doesn't want you taller than she is. Stay where you are.
That's like, Steven and I make jokes that the kids should have stayed 4 and 8.
That would be awesome.
That was the perfect age. They didn't need diapers. They could feed themselves. But like, really, it's like, as a parent, that's like the perfect age. But, it's funny. It's like, I think about what they get, what would be the ultimate gift, would actually be just to be able to take them and do, like,
experience life.
To be able to do whatever, like, my kids, like, it's so bizarre. They like climbing temples.
So let's go to Mexico.
So when
Kim will stay firmly put on the ground.
When Evelyn was 3 and Lee was 8, we were in Mexico, and Evelyn climbed to the top of a 188-foot temple.
And Mommy
followed, panic-stricken, and I have a fear of heights. But when I got up to the top, and she goes, "Mommy, you're too slow," and I got up to the top, and Lee did it in flip-flops, and like, I realized that this was the moment of like changing things.
Yep.
So it's like
they're developing their own personality.
That's it. So you have to develop with them. So it's like, for me, what would be the ultimate gift would be able to give them those experiences, like be able to take them and do. It's like, Ed and I are planning on doing the hike to Peru. Yeah,
but no tiny humans are going to be there.
No.
She's going to have a GoPro camera for the Nic and Kimmie Show.
Yeah, she's going to live here, but
I mean, that would be just a great way. Before we wrap this episode up, it would really be, in my opinion, a great way, because, you and Ed and Sheila and I and the tiny humans and your mom and dad and my mom, we're kind of all at this point so entwined.
Yeah. That
it would just be such an awesome... I'm leaning more towards experiences.
Yeah.
So my goal for this Christmas is to be able to afford the trip next Christmas.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's funny. It's like, I look at, everything has just changed, like how you look at it and whatnot. So it's like, even when we were planning Christmas, we were saying, okay, it's like, we have this, but we'd rather do this. So it's like, all right, so we make adjustments in what we want to do. Mm-hmm. And, the girls are already on they have the Disney jar of, okay, so this is my allowance per week.
Well, when we're 40, we did, I mentioned.
And I heard about it the other night, because Evelyn asked me, was Kimmie serious?
Mentioned that when I turn 40, which is very, very far away, as far as I'm concerned.
You need to get over this at this point.
Another blog for another day. I mentioned that we are going to go to the Alani Resort, because we are all Disney crazy, so we were going to go to the Alani Resort, and I said, I want to climb a volcano, to which point I got, can we come? And I went, tiny humans, which I might as well, Sheila and I at this point, don't plan on having children, so I'm like, I can use them and get my yayas out. And have amazing experiences.
My aunt did it for years. My Aunt Kate would borrow us.
But I love them.
Yeah.
I absolutely love and adore them. And there's nothing like, grande, just leaning on one arm, and tall, running around my ankles. It's kind of cool.
It's really funny, actually.
AKA tiny humans. Absolutely love hanging out with them. I love you, I do. But it would be great to just, hey, tiny human, can we go out for ice cream? Okay.
No, I know. That's like, like my cousin. Like, Chrissy has no children, but she has been with the girls since the day they were born. So tonight, she took them to go see Frozen, because she wanted it.
I would take the big kid to see Frozen. But, like, one of my things, I would actually, because Frozen, if you do see it, it's an amazing film. It really is made for Broadway. I know a lot of people don't like musicals, but Disney really is taking over Broadway, and they're putting actually good shows on Broadway.
It's shocking.
Aladdin. Plug. I have my tickets to see Aladdin.
Do you?
Yes, Sheila and... Ow! Why did you tell me? Sheila's the one who was like planning that it's previews.
I don't care.
I saw Aladdin in California, and this was me in Aladdin.
Really?
It was bad. But again, it's a parks production. And when you've seen, like, when you see Lion King on Broadway, and then you go, or even the traveling performances, and you see it in a park, it's
very different.
So Finding Nemo in Disney World, you know, that's supposed to be trying to transition everything you read online, take it with a grain of salt. But I would love one day if you, me, Sheila, and Ed, if we can drag him, take both little girls to see, like, Frozen on Broadway. Because having them see the film to see how it transitions. And you and I probably could figure out, all right, so she's on the harness and she's walking across and there's holograms and then they've got the foam snow coming out and that's how she's making it look like ice. We'd figure it out. And then, of course, all we would hear from the other ones is like, oh, really? Will you two shut up? My God,
You're ruining it. Stop.
Oh my God, Mom, you are so embarrassing me right now. Kimmie, if you don't stop, I'm going to kick you. The little one would just be like...
Yeah, she'll pop you.
Yeah. But anyway... As always, feel free to contact us anytime, any place.
Yep.
We do rant, we do varying tangential. So if you want to hear the end of a story we might not have gotten to, please let us know. Above all, you know, have a happy holiday, be safe.
Be careful, enjoy
That was
your
a James.
family.
You owe me a beer.
That's fine. Enjoy your family, your friends, whoever you celebrate with, because, you know, family is not always the one you were born into. Sometimes it's the one you acquire through situations and experiences. So to all those I love who are not here, please be careful wherever you are, and very merry and happy.
And to all those we dislike that are somewhere that we can't see,
Can't get rid of.
have a very happy and merry anyway.
Yes, even if we don't like you.
Because frankly, you know, at this point, seriously, I mean, 40 is a long way away, but I'm too old.
It's not that hard.
But in all seriousness, because, you know, we do joke a lot, have a very, very happy, very, very safe holiday.
Yes.
And hopefully if there is something you want, you get it. If not, make sure that elf flies as fast back to the North Pole. You might start seeing mine around, you know, Easter eggs, though, trying to finish drinking. I did see him drinking my beer. His head was kind of turned and he kind of had a drunken stupor night over the keyboard, so I might need to pump him full of some
Mine's
IV
riding
fluid.
the chandelier right now.
So hers is pulling a wrecking ball, and Eli the elf threw 5 interceptions on Sunday, and he now he's upset.
Yeah.
So he's just been indulging way too much and passed out on Sheila's keyboard. Pictures to follow.
Yes. All right.
But that's about it. So I get to
Happy and merry. Yes.
Happy and merry.
Yes.
I'll see you soon.
Yes, you will. Don't get
Next
rid of me.
is damn. That's the one thing I wanted for Christmas.
To not see me?
I'm kidding.
Evil.
No,
Come on. Come on.
Here comes Kimmie Claus, here comes Kimmie Claus, stepping into frame, praying that I sit my butt down and don't hurt myself again.